Welcome to my channel. My name is Kinga. I create custom-made guided meditations for people who want to manifest their dreams and desires. More info on me and my services on my website kingakramer.com. You can find a link in the description section below. A couple of days ago I published a Solfeggio sound bath on my YouTube channel. If you haven't yet listened to it, you must. It's really great. Again, link to the video in the description section. In this video I want to tell you everything you should know about the Solfeggio frequencies. What are they? Where do they come from? Who invented or discovered them? How many are there? Because some people mention 6 and some people talk about 9. What are their health benefits? I mean, are there any? Do they work? Do they really work? There's so much false information out there. Let's create some order in this chaos and bring real knowledge into this topic. By the way, if you like this video and subscribe to my channel, you are hugely supporting my channel, my content creating, and I will be eternally grateful for that. So let's start with the words themselves, Solfeggio frequencies. What is frequency? Frequency is defined as the number of cycles or vibrations or waves per unit of a time. It is measured in cycles per second, and the unit for frequency is hertz, Hz. So for example, 1 hertz equals 1 repetition per second. If a sound wave completes 10 cycles in a second, the frequency is 10 hertz. The unit, hertz, is actually named after a German physicist, Heinrich Hertz, and the term is used most frequently in connection with alternating electric currents and electromagnetic waves and sound. The human brain also emits electromagnetic waves, or better known as brain waves. And it's important to mention this at this part of the video because later on when we get to the Solfeggio frequencies, you will understand the connection. So as I said, the human brain emits electromagnetic waves, and these brain waves can be measured by EEG, you know, the stuff, you know, where they actually put those electrodes on the scalp. And researchers have noted 5 types of brain waves frequencies. There's no single brain wave that is better or more optimal than the others because each serve a purpose to help us cope with various situations, whether it's to help us process and learn new information or help us calm down or even sleep. The 5 brain waves in order of the highest frequency to the lowest are as follows: gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. So for example, the lowest frequencies are delta. These are actually less than 4 hertz and occur in deep sleep. I don't want to go into too much detail on each brain frequency or state in this video, but I let you study the chart next to me while I'm talking. So controlling or influencing our brain waves has been proven to be possible, and it could actually help you optimize either relaxation and productivity. So depending on like which mental state you want to be in, like sleeping or studying, we can bring in the help of an outside stimulus. It's been measured that our brain waves begin to match or synchronize with the frequency of an external stimulus like a pulsing sound or a light. Meditating, deep breathing has also been shown to increase alpha waves, for example, the relaxation brain waves, and reduce the beta waves, the brain waves of active thought and learning. Listening to alpha waves or sound that has the frequency somewhere between 8 and 12 hertz, or generating the alpha brain waves yourself through meditation, can help you reduce stress and induce feelings of calm. Or just try listening to gamma or beta waves while you're studying or preparing for a test. You will feel more focused and mentally active. You will process information faster. So now we know what frequencies are and that our brain function and mental state can be influenced by listening to certain sound frequencies. Solfeggio frequencies, just like any other frequencies, are static sound patterns and can be very uncomfortable, very unpleasant to listen to on their own for long. So the best way to use them is to mix them with music. You can even hide them behind some relaxing tunes. This is what I did in my previous video that I called Solfeggio Sound Bath. Check it out, the link in the description. These frequencies don't have to be loud to have an effect on you. They also work if you think you cannot hear them. And also the higher the frequency is, the faster the wave moves and the higher its pitch is. A high pitch doesn't mean louder. Frequency doesn't have an effect on the volume of music. Instead, what affects the volume of a waveform is the amplitude or the size of the vibration of the wave. Frequency is more about speed and time, as we learned that already in the beginning of this video. So like how many times a sound wave completes a cycle in a second is what we measure in hertz. Okay, so now we know what frequency is and that our mental state can be influenced by changing our brain waves through meditation or through letting it synchronize with an external stimulus, such as listening to sound or vibration. But what frequency is the solfeggio frequency? There are 6 main solfeggio frequencies and 3 additional ones. You can see them listed on the screen. Let me give you a little tour, a little history on their origin and how they were developed. So early in the 11th century, an Italian Christian monk and music theorist, Guido d'Arezzo, was looking for ways to teach melodies and harmonies and chants and hymns, and he came up with several techniques to teach music. He also created 6 notations to express a musical scale, which later evolved into the modern diatonic scale that we use. Today we know the solfeggio scale as 7 ascending notes assigned to the syllables do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. The original scale consisted of 6 ascending notes, ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Again, we don't need to go too deep into this, and if you wanted to, I'm probably not your person. Just know that solfeggio is the use of solfa syllables to note scale tones, and this is what we basically call solmization. Solfeggio is also known as the singing exercise where syllables are used instead of text. Some believe that the syllables actually came from an older Arabic solmization system or from Indian text. But there are forms of solfeggio in Chinese and Japanese traditions too, so it's all a bit of a mystery. The exact frequencies of the original solfeggio scale weren't known, as different tunings were used throughout history. And they say that in the 70s, an American physician, researcher and herbalist called Dr. Joseph Puleo, I hope I pronounce it right, rediscovered the solfeggio scale and brought it back into public awareness. He sort of also decoded the frequencies behind the notes and called them solfeggio frequencies. The chart next to me on the screen shows the complete scale with syllables, notes, and the corresponding frequencies. Note that this lists the 6 original plus 3 additional tones that I mentioned earlier. Some people say it was Dr. Puleo who added them in his later researches, and some say that it was Dr. Leonard Horowitz who conducted additional research and added the 3 additional frequencies to complete the solfeggio frequencies. It doesn't really matter who it was, to be honest with you, because I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you just have to know that they worked as a team at one point, and they even published a book together where they mentioned the solfeggio frequencies. So I would like to give credit to both of them. Okay, now let's take a closer look at each of the 9 frequencies. You probably want to hear them and know how you can reproduce them yourself or how you can play the solfeggio scale, right? You can use an electronic keyboard, for example, or solfeggio tuning forks. You can buy them online, probably. But there are also countless apps and softwares available on the internet these days. You can, for example, go to onlinetonegenerator.com, where you can type in whichever frequency you want to listen to and then just press play. I'm also going to play them for you individually towards the end of this video when we talk about their health benefits, so just bear with me. Earlier we mentioned how your brain waves can be influenced and how each brainwave frequency serves a purpose to help you cope with various situations. But sound has an effect on your whole body, not just your mind and your brain and your mental state. Sound healing with frequency and vibration, can have deeper effects than just activating our mind for studying or calming us for sleep. It can influence our nervous system, help us recover from serious illnesses, deal with chronic pain. They also found that different brainwave patterns induce different emotions in us as well. So if you participate at a sound bath with live music, for example, which is more powerful than the recorded ones, you can just feel that everything around you resonates, including the floor, and even your muscles will relax and you will feel much better. Not just because your muscles relaxing, but it just gives you it just puts you in a better emotional state, basically. You will feel the vibration and its soothing effects, not just on your mood, but on your whole body and just basically everywhere. I tried it and it's really brilliant. Joshua Leeds, the author of The Power of Sound and an expert in the field of Psychoacoustics, the study of the effects of sound on the human nervous system, says that what we know as sound healing will in the future evolve into frequency medicine. Jeffrey Thompson, founder of the Center for Neuroacoustic Research, says that different frequencies target the various densities in the body. He, for example, uses something called a vibroacoustic sound therapy table and says that as the frequencies slow down from 500 to 400 hertz, you feel it more in your muscles than in your joints and then in your bones even. He says that with this technique you can get a full body vibrational massage down all the way to your cells. The fact that the Solfeggio frequencies also promote healing has been confirmed by many other scientists. Dr. Lee Lorenzen, for example, discovered their resonant effect on water molecules. And we know that a huge percentage of our body is water. Dr. Glenn Ryan, research scientist, converted and recorded Solfeggio scale Gregorian chants to scalar audio waves, which he then used to test the impact of different sound frequencies on human DNA. While Rain's research focused on the physical effects of sound, other studies have been done to show how they can evoke unconscious emotions. An auditory stimulus can be successfully used to improve mental health and positively impact our emotional state. These sound tones are also a useful tool for healing physical and emotional trauma. Cymatics is the study of how sound waves interact with matter to create geometric shapes. You have probably seen some YouTube videos, where they just put this board down and then they put either liquid on it or some sort of a powder and then they resonate this plate, and then how these particles, this matter, is going to shape these geometric forms according to whatever vibration you are resonating on the board. And a study published in '96 mentions Dr. Peter Guy Manners, a sound pioneer who used cymatic sound generators to treat physical, emotional, and mental problems. A Japanese study published in 2018 examined the stress-reducing effect of one of the Solfeggio frequencies, namely the 528 Hz, on the endocrine system. The researchers concluded that 528 Hz music has an especially strong stress-reducing effect, even after only 5 minutes of exposure. In this last part of the video, I'm going to give you the health benefits they attributed to each Solfeggio frequencies, and we're also going to listen to all of them. So this is 174 Hz. It is said to reduce pain physically and energetically. It helps relieve emotional and physical tensions in your body. This one is a 285 Hz. It influences energy fields, helping tissue to return to its original form. It also leaves your body rejuvenated and energized. Music tuned to this frequency helps you increase your energy and promote the recovery of a tired body and mind. 396 Hz. It's supposed to liberate you from guilt and fear. And they say that the 396 Hz music makes it easier to achieve dreams and goals. This one, the frequency of 417 Hz, helps to eliminate negative emotions associated with past events. This makes it a useful tool in overcoming psychological trauma, for example. It basically eases and initiates change. And here comes a very special one, just listen to it. 528 Hz. Some call it the love frequency. It's quite mysterious, but has shown to facilitate the process of whole being transformation and even stimulating DNA repair. It is also said to activate your imagination, intention, and intuition. Exposure to this sound wave reduces anxiety, lifts your mood, and puts you in a state of serenity and relaxation. It's perfect as background music for deeper meditation and relaxation. 639 Hz. Now this frequency heightens your ability to build deep, meaningful, and harmonious relationships with others. It helps communication, understanding, tolerance. Therefore it's called the social frequency. 741 Hz. This frequency can open up emotionally closed or blocked individuals and help them with self-expression. The frequency of 741 Hz also helps to make better decisions. Music tuned to this frequency is ideal for intellectual activities such as learning, working in the office, or at home. The frequency of 852 Hz, which you can hear now, has a positive effect on the subconscious and strengthens intuition, which contributes to spiritual and emotional harmony. It gives you greater access to spiritual experience and transformation. The last one, 963 Hz, helps you reach the highest state of spiritual and mental clarity. You can use it to activate your pineal gland and raise your consciousness. This frequency promotes oneness with everything that surrounds us. Now that you know everything you need to know about the solfeggio frequencies, I urge you to find a music tuned to or mixed with the specific frequency that you think would benefit you the most. You can pick, based on the list of the health benefits that I just gave you, or you can simply listen to them one by one and feel which one resonates with you the most, which one gives you an overall good feeling. Or if you want to listen to them all, check out my solfeggio sound bath, where I hid all 9 frequencies in a beautiful, relaxing music. You will be able to hear each frequency for 3 minutes, making the total sound bath 27 minutes long. Do it 3 times a week with headphones on and be ready for your transformation. Give me a like, click subscribe, and see you soon. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.